today I thought I would do a quick video on this. This is my camping panels, the Dokios. I hardly ever use them, but then I began to think of, camping panels are great, but you need to lay them out, usually away from the van. But with this, I can use it simply as a window covering to prevent heat from building up, for one thing. But basically what it does allows me to put it here, and it's just about the right size. Now, there's very little security on this one, so I'm going to have to get a little hole punch and put it in here, and then put a chain, one of those luggage lock chains to here, which doesn't make it really secure, but it makes it more annoying if somebody wants to steal it. They can't just grab it. I can risk it here because I'm looking out my window and I'm in a very public area, so anybody can steal anything, but they have to unhook these MC floor connectors, which are not easy to unhook or hook. It will take a little effort, but if you get somebody who wants to steal something bad enough, they will put forth the effort and get it done. Okay, on the other side, over here, what I had prior was at the top of these doors, I had this big lump of wires, and basically it's because I need to open these doors very frequently. Now I also had 250-watt panels here, one here and one here, and it did fit perfectly, but I dumped that. I gave a friend of mine the panels, and it just was too big a pain, and it was too ugly and unsightly. You think it's ugly now, imagine what it was with a big lump of wires here that had to open and close with the door. So I'm just going to leave this open. They're just going to be doors. I've got some black stuff here to shade them off, and they're insulated. Basically now what I can do now is when I do want to use the panels over here, which would have been 100, I can use this. This one's 200. Now Dokio has a 300 that I looked at, but I'm not sure if it has these same type of connectors here that would make it easy to adapt to a traditional hookup. And I put these splitters here because I do have this panel on front. When I eliminated this, I eliminated the path for this to reach here, so I'd have to rewire these. So I'm just using these for a special purpose, and the special purpose is I can use this on occasion to charge my little EF Delta, and the EF Delta maxes out at about 400 watts is the amount it can actually handle. So right now I have 300. If I had that Dokio 300 panel, I'd be right up at the limit. But basically, let me go around here. Basically, I can go around here. So this is like I said, it fits almost, not perfectly, but enough, like I said, to just get a little chain or something, put a hook here and put something through here, one of those little cable locks for luggage. So it wouldn't be difficult to anybody to break and steal, but they have to make a little effort. And usually what stops people from stealing something is not that it's not stealable, it's just that it takes too much time. So I'd hope it would bother somebody so it wouldn't be worth stealing that. Let me walk back in here. Now basically what I'm doing is, the little EF Delta down here that I could hook up to the power. Now basically what I'm doing now is I'm keeping it hooked up to these two panels in front for now. And see, I'm at 100%, and now it's taking in no power at all because it is topped out. But I was getting 90 watts or 90 whatever increment it's using down there. And when I have this hookup, I had when I was just using, now remember this one stays here, when I was just using this 100-watt panel, I was getting like 20-30, but adding this just shot that through the roof. Basically, it's just something I can do in a short term because like I said, I get rid of all that lumpy stuff. I can just fold these when I take this off and put them in these little channels here, these little zip up mask type things I use, and it won't look horrible. So that's basically what I was doing. I'm going to see how it will work, and I'm really happy with it. So now I'm going to fold up these panels, stick it back in the back of the van, so when I need to use them, I can just put them out there. And like I said, I'm never going to be a long way away from my van when I have these out, so it's not like I'm going to make it a big security concern. This is probably the furthest I'm in, and I'm in a hotel room looking at the van, so somebody could steal it, but I'd know who did it. Like that matters. Anyway, I just want to give you a quick look and a quick rundown how I am using my camping panels, and this is the perfect use for them. Since in a van you have a lot of window space, height, and to some degree width, because this is a pretty wide little van. I can't reach the opposite block when I'm on this side, and I'm not a short guy, so I just want to give you a quick rundown. So this is just basically, I just wanted to give this a try, and it really was a pretty successful experiment. So now I'm just going to unhook it, stick it in the back, and when I need a little extra, I want to keep the EF Delta up fully charged with 300 watts. This is not 400. Then I can just hook this up and get it going. You know, if it's really drained, it'll take it a while, but normally I don't drain it that much. I might run it overnight to subsidize my power, especially if I decide I'm going to run an AC tonight. I'd want as much battery power as I can. Like I said, with that, in addition to that, that'd be about, in addition to the 1,000 watts I would have, or I would have just basically from the 1,100 amp hours I got basically. I'm sorry, my mind went brain dead there for a second. I have, with the batteries I have in here, another maybe 100 amp hours in lithium form. That's going to be independently charged. Would be a nice little addition and get me through a night if I had to run the AC.